Good morning. Welcome to day 11 of your Advent calendar of tips for dealing with severe morning sickness and Hyperemesis Gravidarum during the busy Christmas season. I'm Michelle, if we haven't met, and I'm a massage therapist, aromatherapist and meditation teacher, and I am currently working on a project to help pregnant women successfully cope with morning sickness. I'm dedicated to helping you have the best pregnancy you possibly can and also navigating your way through this busy, hectic, but yet wonderful Christmas season. So you can see I've got my Christmas jumper on today. The boys have gone off to school with their Christmas jumpers today. I think it might be the official Christmas jumper day. I forgot to check. I meant to check before I came on live actually, but yeah, so let me know if you're wearing your Christmas jumpers today. Maybe post a little picture. So welcome, as I said, to day 11. So today we're going to be talking around a subject that I know can be contentious when you're suffering with severe morning sickness and hyperemesis. We're going to be talking about food and eating. And your tip for today is to be mindful of the food you're eating. So you know at the moment what food you can and can't stomach right now. What food makes you feel rubbish and which foods make you feel better. So let me know in the comments what you're able to eat right now. If there's anything in particular that is really helping you. How often you're eating, and if there's, as I said, if there's anything that makes you feel better. So I remember when I was pregnant, both times with both my boys. So my boys are now 8 and 4, and I suffered really badly during my first pregnancy, and it lasted for months, well into my pregnancy. And with my second pregnancy, I also suffered really severely. However, luckily it didn't last as long. But I believe it's because I practiced these techniques that I'm teaching you now. So, when I was pregnant, I lived off peanut butter and pita bread, honey on toast, jacket potatoes with cheese on top, and crisps. For a good few weeks in, I just couldn't fathom the idea of eating anything else. And I know everybody suffering has their own things that are kind of like keeping them going. They're like staple foods. I remember during my first pregnancy that my husband spoke to my midwife about the fact that I was eating so much peanut butter. I mean, there was so much surrounding so much around about nut allergies in children, and my husband was really worried that our baby might actually develop a nut allergy. But yeah, she wasn't too worried, and both our boys absolutely love peanut butter, and neither of them have nut allergies, obviously, if they're eating peanut butter. So phew, that was a relief. But yeah, I couldn't think of what else I wanted. That's all I really wanted was the peanut butter and pita and jack potatoes, like carby things. So bringing us back to today. So as I'm not a nutritionist, although it's something that I've always been fascinated with and I would love to train in at some point, so watch this space. But I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you should be eating. I'm not going to give you any advice on what you should be eating. My role is to help you be mindful of when you're eating and how you're eating. And when I say how you're eating, I mean, are you laying down or are you sitting upright? Are you eating slowly or in a rush? Because you've got a little window of opportunity to eat where you feel a bit hungry, and where's my cat playing around over there? A little window where you're feeling hungry and you're starving, so you just like wolf it down. Or are you, are you appreciating your food? Are you being mindful of your food? So eating upright, eating sat upright, and eating slowly are best for digestion and for staving off nausea and sickness after you've eaten. Plus, chewing slowly activates digestive enzymes, and that stops you eating too much at a time when your body can maybe only cope with a little bit of food at a time. So we all know that Christmas is a time of huge indulgence, and the temptation sometimes to overeat and eat some of the wrong things is just too great. And it's a mixture of healthy and naughty things. We just like to overindulge at Christmas. So this Christmas, and leading up to Christmas, try and focus on the foods that make you feel better. Maybe eating little and often. Maybe you're not getting the full range of nutrients at the moment, and that's fine, because your body, you're eating what your body wants at that particular time, what you can stomach. So don't worry, but just try and add as much variety as possible. Lots of colours, colourful food. That's what they say, the rainbow of food. And that's where you get all your nutrients from. So yeah, get as much variety as possible. And then even if you don't feel like eating at that particular time, try and be mindful of when you last ate, and try and have something ready in advance. So when you are feeling hungry, you're not reaching for the quick fixes, like your chocolates and the crisps, something a bit more nutritious. And it may be that you ask somebody, your partner or an older child, or if they are old enough, to make you something, prepare you something. And then if you've got it ready, then you can just eat it when you feel the need, when you are hungry, or maybe you're doing it in advance. So you, at your hungry time, you're eating something you've prepared in advance, and then afterwards you're quickly making something ready for the next window of opportunity when you can eat. So it's something for you to think about, just to make sure that you are eating and drinking as well. I always find that this is kind of like my non-pregnant self talking. I find that if I eat too much sugar, it makes me feel really rubbish. And if I don't eat enough fruit and veg, I feel really rubbish. So in hindsight, when I was struggling with my severe morning sickness, and I was being sick all the time, I couldn't keep food down, and I wasn't even particularly hungry, I just knew that I had to try and eat, because it kind of helped with the morning sickness side, helped me stop feeling sick. But in hindsight, I do wonder if maybe the fact that I was pumping myself solely full of carbs, which obviously maybe not obviously, they turn to sugar and fats. But maybe if I haven't pumped myself full of carbs, and I wasn't using those carbs because I didn't have any energy or any motivation to actually exercise, I just sort of did my thing. I went to work, went home, went to bed, tried to sleep, tried to eat somewhere in there. I wasn't actually using all this energy from the carbohydrates. So in hindsight, I was probably making myself feel more sick. And if I'd eaten more vegetables and fruit and the healthy things, then I may have felt better. That's something for you to think about. Obviously, I don't know what you're eating, and as I've said previously today, let me know in the comments what you are able to stomach at the moment. But yeah, I mean, maybe even things just like like dried fruit and nuts. If you like nuts, or like the dried fruits for just a bit of like a sugar fix, if you need a bit of an energy boost, rather than the chocolates. So I have a couple of interesting facts for you today. The first one is, did you know that babies develop their taste buds and start learning which foods they prepare at 20 weeks inside you? Which is just amazing that they start to decide what they do and what they don't like. So again, the more variety you have, the more chance you're going to have of having a non-fussy child. Obviously, that's where my two boys realised that they liked peanut butter. They're peanut butter addicts. I'm a peanut butter addict. And then, fact number 2 is the more variety you eat when you're pregnant, the less cravings you have, or the less likely you are to have cravings, which is also interesting. So I have a task for you today. It's a mindful eating exercise, and you can do this when you're next ready to eat, or you can go and grab something in a minute when this video's finished, when this live stream's finished, and practice. It doesn't have to be a full-blown meal. It can just be a little snack. It can be a raisin, or I don't know, a cracker or something like that. It doesn't have to be anything big. An apple, maybe. You can even cut the apple up. Or you can go and grab something now, quickly. So I'll go ahead with the exercise now, and then maybe if you are watching, you can either watching a replay, you can pause the video, or just come back to it later. So you got your food in your hand. Okay, just observe your food. Just take a look at it. Appreciate the colour, even if it is brown or yellow food. Don't worry about that right now. If it's something you can manage, then that's fine. So looking at your food, appreciating its texture, appreciating its shape, and take a moment to feel grateful for this food that you're about to eat. Think about where this food has come from. Where it's been grown, where it's been produced and made, or even where is it being grown and then made. Just being mindful of the food you're about to eat. And now taste the food. Take a bite or a mouthful and bring your full attention to the food in your mouth. Just close your eyes to really taste the flavour. Feel the texture. And just be mindful of the taste of this food. And now chew. Chew the food until it's completely broken up in your mouth or dissolved. And just enjoy the process. Obviously, some foods will be easier to chew and dissolve than others. Just appreciate the food in your mouth. And again, feel grateful for this food, for its life energy. If you try to take another mouthful before your mouth is empty, bring your mind back to chewing and to the sensations in your mouth. And now repeat. So observe your food and then taste your food and then chew your food. So the 3 steps of mindful eating. Observe, taste, and chew. And as you're eating, just be mindful of how your body reacts to this food. Notice how your body reacts to this food. Notice any effects of this food on your body and your mind. And then once you've finished, sit quietly and rest. Just rest for a few moments to let the food go down. So I hope you enjoy your little mindful eating exercise. It's very simple, yet really effective. It's been something I've been working on recently, is mindful eating. I find that I rush my food down too quickly, or even been known to forget to eat recently because I've been so busy working, which is not good. But I do eat lots. So I'm just trying to be very conscious of what I'm eating, and so making sure I'm eating like some whole foods, making sure I'm eating regular meals, little and often if need be. I'm a grazer. And then healthy meals. But making sure that I'm chewing slowly and not just like chew, gulp, and it's gone. So let me know how you get on with your mindful eating exercise. I really think it will help you. Just another little tool to help combat your feelings of nausea and sickness, and maybe help you keep your food down for longer. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please head over to my, if you're not already a member, please head over to my new Facebook group, which is the Severe Morning Sickness and HG Collective. This is a safe group for women who are suffering with hyperemesis to share their experiences and help support each other. And there'll be lots of tips and photos and videos and things in there as time goes on. And if you know of any friends who are suffering, then please invite them. I want to grow this group and help women, because there are so many women who are struggling through this, and not all women realise that it's something that they need help with. They just soldier on like I did, and I wish I'd asked for help. So yeah, don't suffer alone. Come join us. Come and feel empowered. Learn lots of new tools and techniques to help you on a day-by-day basis. And with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. And tomorrow I'm going to come on live, but I'm going to come on live in the afternoon because I'm going to be massaging at the clinic tomorrow. So have a good day. Keep in touch. Let me know how you're doing, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.